Maika was just sensational as she's been for the entire 2023 calendar year. Um, and I just think we've reached a point where when we get to the Stardom Dream Kingdom main event, and I have been the hard guy on it. Like I keep saying, Suzu should win. Suzu's supposed to be champion. I have officially reached the point where not only should there be a consideration for Maika, we are at the point where going with Maika is the right choice. However, I don't want it to be a Mina situation. That's what I'm afraid of.
If we want to start the talk, I'm at that point where I think it's all about what they plan afterwards. If the plan for Mike is afterwards, okay, she loses the match and just does nothing.
Yeah,
then
which
she
I
should
don't
win.
think that's going to happen.
If the
Truthfully,
follow up
I
is
think
gonna
she's-
be the crowd is so behind her. If she loses it, the crowd is gonna be even louder for her. We have seen it before with other wrestlers in other companies and in Stardom.
Yep. Yeah.
There's gonna be a point where Rossi can't overhear it and needs to decide, okay, we need to go all out, or we drop it completely and kill her off, pretty much.
And I don't, and that's just not something I see him doing.
Yeah, I mean, we see it even with Mina's booking. Like, she got the reign, even though it was a short one. It was like
she got
even
it.
Afterwards, he tried really hard to keep her strong with the tag belt reign, with a good 5-star. He protected her in the tournament as well. So, the follow-up was kind of there, not like what we expected.
Yeah.
But with Mike, it's all about the follow-up. If the follow-up is good, it's all good. With Suzu, it's just like
she'll be fine no matter what.
It doesn't matter. Like, she loses, okay, she wins the red belt 2025, 2024.
Right.
She wins, okay, she defeated Mike once again. She's the champion that she should have been already.
Yeah, that's the one part that's bothering me the most. That's the only reason that I've been like, okay.
I hate that it got out, kind of, yeah.
Because like she's supposed to be champion, and if she isn't champion after all this, it's so tough. But at the same time, it comes down to making a decision that you make the most of a bad situation ultimately, right? And this match is happening because of this match is happening the way it is because of multiple injuries, right? Because of the Tam injury, because of the Sai injury, if we want to go back further. And if Maika were to win the title, I think if she held it to the Buntai show, I think that is a fine, comfortable reign for her. I would say the same exact thing for Suzu too. If they were to, if the end goal of this is to put the belt on Saya Kamitani, I think there are two scenarios that make sense. Whether that is Saya or Suzu to Saya to Maika, or Maika to Saya to Suzu. I think both of those make sense. But here's the thing. I don't know if we do Suzu then Saya, Maika's going to be as popular as she is now then. Because that is running a risk, right? She is over now. She is the most over wrestler in this company right now. Undoubtedly, 100%. We hear the Maika chants every single show, especially this one. And I think it's going to be so much fun. Not for you, you're going to be paying. But for me, it's going to be so much fun at Stardom Dream Queendom because ultimately, long term, I think they have two great options. Short term, maybe not though. Right? That's the way we have to look at it.
I think they should switch up the entire plans and should do whoever wins drops to whoever loses the Queen in main event and run a third match.
So
either that it's Maika wins and drops
that would make
to Suzu,
sense too,
or Suzu wins Suzu wins and Maika finally overcomes her, which would even be a bigger moment. I think. I mean, Saya putting in there makes sense because of the rumors, but it's like I really like Saya, but it's like it's not your
I think
time,
you can hold Saya up and off until Queendom next
at
year
least.
because if you have her win the 5-star next year, that would give, I think, enough time for Suzu and Maika to have sizable runs, right? Like 5 months here, 7 months for the other, or something like that. I think that would be okay. But even then, you could still push the side thing. You can have her main event Queendom next year and then lose. There's just so many parts here, right? But I do like your thought. The only thing is, I feel like Micah has to win this one for it to make the most sense. Um, to run it back one more time, right? Because then they would have both split,
Yeah,
right? The two big matches. You know,
I
Suzu won the 5-star. Micah wins the title in that one. You run it back at whatever show. That's the fun of this, though, right? They have
you,
a fun scenario here.
you need
Again,
to
not
see
for
it.
you. You're gonna be in pain.
You need to see it in that way. Rossi's gonna book it in that way, where he gets the most
Yep.
story potential out of the result. And
Yep.
let's be real. As much as I hate it, Micah losing is way more interesting for the spring of Stardom than Micah winning.
Right.
If they are doing the follow up right.
Yeah.
And that's why I think they will choose Suzu. As of course, with the other reason being she should have been champion already. And
Yeah.
I think if you take that away from her, you would need to change a lot of plans to make up for it. Because Stardom loves to. Oh, you're not getting the red belt. Okay, you get two title reigns and Artist belt reign, whatever the fuck they did with the Mina situation, where like Mirai got the
That's the
Cinderella
one thing
and
I
the
want to
tag belt.
avoid.
That's what they should avoid. And if that means that Mike is not winning the belt, it sucks. But I get it. Just hope that they don't, that the follow up is good. I said it to Alex. I have more trust in them giving Micah the belt instantly than the follow up they've planned with Micah, because we never know with follow ups in Star.
Yeah. I ultimately I think Micah should be World or Wonder Stardom Champion sooner rather than later.
Would you not think that the white belt is like kind of below her now? Like, wouldn't it feel like a consolation prize if she wins the white belt next year?
I think so now that she's in this spot. Had she not been put in the world, like had this not been the world title match, right? Like not all of this just happened. I think if they had put her in the match against Mirai and this was never happening, I think it would have been perfectly fine. But now that we've gone through this tournament, now that we've gone through the 5-star final and all of that, like I get it. I think we are probably at a point where if
Like,
she is goes down to the Wonder, and I don't think. Let me stress: the Wonder Belt's very important, very special. Are most of the time my favorite belt in this company, but I'm with you in that it wouldn't feel probably right for her character now.
as long as Suzu at least holds the red belt, right? Like,
Right.
we talk about the future, like in the next 12 months or so. If she like wins the white belt at in 2025, I don't think that matters. Like, but if she like loses the 5-star match and then in the bunker just wins the white belt from Mirai, that would feel like, okay, consolation prize. We
And they would
don't
have
want
to
you to as
really
a
make
top
that
draw.
story work, which it's just not as natural. Like to me, I always thought Micah was going to be Isaiah or Tommy for one of these belts. But now Suzu fits the mold as well because of the story they've created this year. Um, I don't think her beating Mariah feels right. I think had it been a different champion, maybe like I said, like had it been Suzu or Saya or Tommy, it's different.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely with you that the world feels like the one she needs now, and that makes it tougher because the world has just so few.
even some of the best in Stardom history didn't get it. Like
Oh, trust me, you hear about it all the
I
time.
said it to Alex. Kyrie would have never gotten it if it wasn't for Yoshiko, and there's like a
Mhm.
few others as well.
Yep. It's as prestigious as a belt gets, really. Like they don't just give it away to anyone. But bless what Micah has done. Bless what she's doing right now.
Yeah,
She is
I said it on my private account. She's like we said it. She's above everything that we people made fun of her. She's not Jungle Kiana. She's not Goto, because
no, she's not.
she's getting the biggest spot in the
Yeah.
company this year, the end year spot. I
She's
tweeted it
far
out.
past the Jungle Kiona thing.
I tweeted it out. I don't know if all of people follow it. Follow my account. But the Sumo Hall main event is in Stardom since Bushiro took over, because the Aikawa thing is something different. We had
Yeah. Yeah.
we had Shuri versus Utami. We had Shuri versus Julia. We had Shuri versus Mayu, and Shuri versus Julia too. And now we have Maika in it. That's like the four biggest stars of the past 3 to 4 years, and
Yeah.
now Maika. That should say
Yeah.
enough. Even if it
Good.
was for injuries, but it says enough. They would not give her the spot if they don't trust her in that level.
Exactly. There it says a lot about what Susan and Micah have created together. One, because this is the story we're leaning on. And two, it's a credit to where she's gone in the past couple of years as a performer to get this spot. No doubt about it. Um, if Sai was world champion at the end of this year instead, and you told me that Micah's uh, momentum carried her into like the Boon Time main event against Saya had she been champion, I would not have been even remotely shocked. And I think that again speaks to what she's done. But